Welcome to the exclusive part of Fashion 360, where we bring you the biggest names in fashion or entertainment. Today we have somebody that is a women's designer. Yes, I said he. He is a women's designer, and he decided to be a fashion designer when his ex-girlfriend noticed how he liked his blazers. Am I right?
Yeah, totally.
How he likes his blazers to be tailored in a particular way. You guys, I have Washington Roberts. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
How are
Thank
you?
I'm good.
Well, real quick, what you said was it true? Like, you got your heart broken and
No, he didn't get his
I
heart
know,
broken.
but ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend.
That doesn't mean that could mean I ended it.
Or did you just?
Yeah, that could.
We outgrew each other. That's what that was.
Trying to get you on the spots.
But she was onto something.
Yeah, she was always. She was.
So you give her like 10% from any.
That what happened?
As in,
it was me now.
He literally just said 10% is a lot before we came on.
Exactly. It depends on if you scale the 10% of what.
Yeah.
Because 10% of the billing is quite a lot.
It's quite a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Anyway, so let's go right in. First off, you are an African designer, and you're not the average African designer in the sense that you don't do the, should I say, cliche thing of using African prints. Yeah, why have you separated yourself? Like, why don't you use prints? Like, why are you so different?
I mean, it was a subconscious decision that I made when I started my label not to use African print, because I felt like there's more to the continent than that print. And that print is not really African. It was created by the Dutch, imposed on us, and we just followed it. It's beautiful color. And the history of that print it's actually Indonesian. But anyway, that's totally different, conversation aside. No, but I made that conscious decision because I felt like as a creative person that different way to talk about celebrate African than print and boxing you into putting you in a box where you can't really do anything other than print. So that's really why.
So is it that you don't have any outfit at home in African print? You don't have any piece at home in African print?
I've done it before for people, but for friends, but I would never put in my collection. But I design my own print. But my print, the label is technically inspired by geometric shapes from the continent. Narrating modern stories through geometric shapes that from the continent. So it's still African in a way, but just in a different way of celebrating African than just African print. Because I live in New York. And whenever people find out, oh, you're Nigerian, because my name doesn't tell people. So when they do meet me, oh, you're African. Then they're like, oh, I can see the African. No, you cannot see the African. So, it's really a big thing. Because back then, when African print was really big, everybody's, oh, African print, African print. So when they talk about African designers, they only talk about prints. I'm just like, but we actually are contemporary designers that make beautiful clothes that every woman all over the world can wear. You know what I'm saying? So I think it really was a big issue for me in the beginning. Yeah.
So you're not an African designer, you're just a designer who happens to be African.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think that's really that's really how designers from the continent should be celebrated. I understand that I'm Nigerian first. That's never going to change. But as a creative person, you don't want your work to just be boxed into medium. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's very fun. Talking about you make clothes for women. I mean, which is quite interesting, so to speak. And I'm pretty offended by.
Why?
Why not men and children though? Why do you
children? Well, okay. So when I went to fashion school, a lot of fashion school only teach basic fashion school is all about women's wear. Unless you really want to tailor it, like discipline yourself into menswear. And the school that I went to was a really small school because all the big school was just asking for too much, and the tuition was just like, what is that? We're just making clothes. Why am I paying millions of dollars and be stuck with student loans? So the school that I went to only thought it was women's wear. So, and plus, women's wear is a lot. You can experiment a lot with it versus menswear. Menswear is very clean cut. Unless you want to do stuff that men and women can wear together. And me, I don't dress like that. So, so that's really why. No comment, but that's that's reason why I wanted to do that. But I do men, on demand. I make some stuff for myself. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing none of it, but yeah, I do men.
Yeah, from the intro too, you have the blazers,
yeah, exactly. So I do menswear, but it's just not the focus of the label right now. Eventually, the journey will go to that part, but we're not there yet.